New Fortnite season just dropped, and we want to make sure our game is running 100% perfectly, and we are on the best in-game settings. So let's get started on the best new settings for the new season of Fortnite Rec. So just open up your Epic Games launcher. So you're gonna go to the profile icon on the top right of Epic Games launcher. You're gonna go to settings. You're gonna uncheck minimize to system tray. You're gonna uncheck run when my computer starts. Scroll all the way down, uncheck the desktop notifications, and then uncheck Fortnite additional command line arguments. They basically do nothing. So don't check these, they do nothing. So go back, we're gonna go to library, we're gonna click the three dots right next to Fortnite, we're gonna click options, and then we're gonna basically copy what I have set here. So uncheck save the world if you don't play save the world, uncheck high resolution textures, and then if you don't use DX12 whatsoever, uncheck DX12 shaders, and press apply, and then we're gonna launch our game to the in-game settings real quickly. All right, so once your game is loaded, you're gonna go to the settings in the game. You're gonna make sure your window mode is always on full screen. I would never recommend using windowed, always use full screen, and then resolution, set this to your monitor's native resolution. VSync always off. Frame rate limit, if you have a 240 Hz monitor and you're getting 360 FPS consistently, I would recommend capping at 360 FPS. However, if you have lower FPS than that, just cap at 240 or your monitor's refresh rate. Now, rendering mode, obviously we're going to be using performance mode, and we're going to scroll down. We're going to make sure our 3D resolution is all the way up. View distance, this doesn't really affect FPS, so you can set it on whatever you want. I'm going to set it to far. Textures always low, meshes always low. Show FPS on, and we're going to go to the gear icon on the top. We're going to scroll all the way down, and then we're going to turn off NVIDIA highlights. We're going to turn off peripheral lighting. Scroll down, and then if you don't record any replays or don't use replays at all, you can actually turn them off, and you'll get a decent FPS boost from that. And energy saving, this basically caps your FPS to 30 FPS whenever you tab out of your game. I would just turn this off as it's pretty much useless unless you're on a laptop. And then you're going to go back to the video settings. You're going to change your rendering mode to DX11 just for now, just so we're able to see the extra settings that only show up in DX11. So I'm going to press restart now and wait for our game to basically restart. Once your game's back up, you're going to click the profile, and then you go to settings, and then you're going to basically scroll down and make sure you have your anti-aliasing to off, and make sure you have all these off or low. Then you scroll all the way down, and then NVIDIA reflex low latency, I would honestly test on and off with this. For most of you, off is probably better, but however, just use on if you really want to test this out. I would never recommend using on plus boost. This does weird situations where this will give you weird FPS drops just because it's inconsistent. So just leave it on or off. Never use on plus boost. So I'm going to leave it on off just because I have my GPU overclocked. No need for reflex to be on. And just pretty much it. Now you can change it back to performance mode, and then you can restart your game again. And those are the best Fortnite settings. Now we're going to look into the hidden Fortnite settings that we can't see in game. Just going to type in our search bar % local app data %, press enter, and then you're going to go to Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, and then you're going to look for game user settings by typing G on your keyboard. It will automatically highlight it for you. Double click on this, bring it over your main monitor, and then you're going to pretty much scroll all the way down, and you're going to make sure all of this is set to 0 except view distance and whatever else you turned up in game. But everything else down here, you could pretty much make sure this is on 0, and then you're going to scroll up and make sure that your frame rate limit and desired resolution is the same, and then you could pretty much close out of this as there's nothing else that you gotta do in there. Now if you have Discord installed and running in the background, you want to make sure you turn off these settings in Discord to get the lowest input lag possible. So you're going to click user in settings, you're going to go to game overlay, make sure this is off, go to advanced, make sure auto acceleration is off, go to voice and videos, scroll all the way down, make sure debug logging is off, and then you can close out of Discord. Now if you have Chrome installed, make sure you do these settings. You're going to go to settings in Chrome by clicking the three dots, and then settings. You're going to go to system, make sure these two are off, you can close out of Chrome. Now you're going to go to video control panel, you're going to go to adjust settings with preview, you're going to click use my preference emphasizing, set this to performance, press apply, go to manage 3D settings, and then you're going to scroll down, and then you're going to turn on low latency mode. If you have only ultra, just leave it on off. Scroll down, make sure power management mode is on prefer maximum performance, preferred refresh rate highest available, and then shader cache size 100 gigabytes or unlimited, and then texture filtering quality high performance, threaded optimization auto. Scroll down, vertical sync off, and then scroll back up, make sure these are off as well. Go to program settings, find Fortnite, and if you don't have it listed here, you can click add, choose Fortnite, add selected program, and then make sure image scaling is set to off, and then press apply, and then you can close out of NVIDIA control panel. If you don't have a NVIDIA graphics card, then just right click on your desktop and then go to AMD control panel, and then you're going to basically go to the gear icon on the top right, and then you're going to turn off check for updates automatically because you really don't need this, and turn off issue detection, and then you're going to pretty much go to preferences under under settings, turn that off, go to performance, and then you're gonna go to tuning, and then you're gonna go to your graphics card, set it to custom, and then you're gonna turn on power tuning, max this out, and then you're gonna go to fan tuning and turn off 0 RPM, and then you're gonna go to VRAM tuning and then set that to set memory timing to fast timing if you have this, and then go to gaming, graphics, scroll down, and then just copy that, and then tessellation mode to override the application settings, and then maximum tessellation level to off, texture filtering quality, performance, and then just copy the rest of these settings as shown. And if you have Radeon anti-lag enabled, turn that off just because it doesn't even help. And then you're gonna go to display, and then you're gonna pretty much turn off this GPU scaling, and then you're gonna go to overrides, and then click accept the EULA, accept it, turn off HTTP support, press proceed, and then just close out of everything. Just a side note, on AMD, you might be better off just getting a NVIDIA graphics card or switching to DX12 for better FPS. And the reason for that is just because, again, AMD Radeon GPUs are not that great whenever it comes to DX11 or DX10 or DX9 games. So if you're on AMD Radeon cards and you have weird stutters, weird freezes, and you just upgraded from an NVIDIA card, honestly, just go back to your NVIDIA card. Or if you want to make this AMD card a little bit better, I have a full guide on how to make AMD cards suck less. They still suck compared to NVIDIA in a lot of reasons, but you still want to get your money out of that thing, so watch that video if you'd like. But anyways, let's continue. Now we're going to go to our Windows settings. We're going to go to display settings, scroll all the way down, go to advanced display settings, make sure our refresh rate is on the highest, go back, go to graphics settings, change default graphics settings, turn on hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, and then turn on optimizations for windowed games if you have that setting. Go back again, go to notifications actions, uncheck all this and turn it off, go to power and sleep, additional power settings, choose high performance power plan if you have it here, or ultimate performance. Close out of this, you're going to go to storage, turn off storage sense, go back to home, go to apps, uninstall anything that you don't need in here, go to startup, and if you have anything in here that you don't want it to run whenever you turn on your computer, turn it off. Go back to home, go to network and internet, change adapter options, double click on Ethernet, properties, uncheck everything except QoS packet scheduler, and then internet protocol version 5, press OK, press close out of that, go back to home, and then we're going to go to privacy, turn off everything here except camera and microphone. Everything else, turn it off. Go back to home, and you can close out of Windows settings. Now, on the bottom right of your taskbar, click this little arrow and make sure everything here is down to a minimum and close out of anything that you don't need. And you can launch your game, enjoy your gameplay, and you should have lower input delay, way more FPS, and everything should be a lot smoother. However, even if after this video your PC just feels a lot sluggish and it just feels like you have a lot of input lag, don't know what it is, you can go to the link in the description and book a PC optimization service with me. I basically go through your entire PC from optimizing your BIOS settings, which is the motherboard settings, all the way to installing the ZillioOS custom pre-tweaked optimized Windows, all the way to installing your games and having the best configuration for your games. If you guys are interested in that, go to the link in the description and book an optimization. I've worked with pro players like Booga. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see next. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.